You know what's weird? People using tragedy to bring themselves or their associates up. Be it a gun shooting of children in a Western country because they don't care for that stuff unless it's their own or on their own soil, or an oil spillage that affects animals. People will use it to boost themselves up. Sure, they'll say that behind the reasoning, they have to do it this way because it's the only way to bring it to people's attention, which is true. What pisses me off, however, and probably what pisses off a lot of other people, is that they will put their own spin on what the response should be to this tragedy, rather than just express their condolences and so on. But you might be thinking, that won't bring change. But who the fuck knows what should actually change to prevent this sort of shit? You can justify what you propose all you want, but there are probably a shit ton of other options that you can pick from that don't involve political affiliation in the reasoning. But the world we live in is bullshit. And no one will change this connection between using tragedy to boost oneself or one's friends. How can we? It sells news, and news networks are used by politicians, and celebrities affiliate themselves in this mess, and then everyone uses everyone for themselves. And then the numerous tragedies that have befallen the world become opportunities for success rather than reasons to think of a new world where this won't happen without political affiliation. I mean, at the end of the day, the government truly doesn't control the good you could add to this world. They may try to regulate it because they see an opportunity to attain more control over our population, which would ironically backfire because people would be pissed off at that. But you could still do something good in this world. Not everything has to be political. Idiots and politicians hungry for control and power are the ones that bring politics into everything. We can tell them to fuck off and make our own regulatory body outside government control. Fuck politics and politicians and their ways of manipulation for their own power, not for the right reasons. Any politicians who don't fit into that category, you cool. But chances are you may be lying to yourself, because you can't be a politician without some degree of lying and manipulation of the truth. Because politicians aren't always leaders, and most leaders aren't politicians. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to have an idea that's backed by someone else for it to be a good idea, in that having an idea backed by politicians doesn't make it a good or bad idea, but just another weapon for them to use for themselves. So find another way to get your idea out there without government affiliation. Because good doesn't equal to the political ideology you choose to follow. Good will be good based on the outcomes and those that like the outcomes, not by who supports it. So have some faith in yourself, and you could go further than anyone else stuck in the context of political choices being the only way forward for what they consider to be good or bad. Don't get stuck in someone else's idea for right and wrong. Anyway, that's most of what I wanted to get off my chest. Thank you all for listening to me ramble my bullshit to you while you watch my gameplay. I appreciate you watching, even those that disagree with me or just outright hate me. Obviously, I like a certain sect more than the other, but I appreciate you all the same. So until next time, stay safe out there, people. Bye.